to see for yourselves one of the most amazing events.
When is this great experiment made?
Impervious to heat, impossible to move.
Is it human or inhuman?
Gentlemen, do you realize what we've found?
It's time for the Geeky Drummy Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Everything's confusing me today.
Don't drop anything.
It's like I've gone into some kind of video game. It's like one of those psychological video games. It's kind of designed to make you feel slightly
Bloomfield
weird.
Hill.
Yeah, it's like, oh gosh, what's going on?
I was thinking more Eternal Darkness, because that messes with your sanity meter and everything.
Hello, and if you've not guessed, it's Geeky Drummy live at Not Another Comic Con. Joining me today, Mr. Keith Bloomfield.
Hello, Ryan.
And Mr. Leigh Price.
Hi.
How are we all this fine Saturday morning? Sunday? Saturday.
Sunday?
I've lost all concept of days.
Yeah, clearly things are going well, because we already don't know what day it is.
Yeah. So we reserved a little corner of the Not Another Comic Con. It's a little bit bigger than it was in 2017, wasn't it, Keith? We had one hall, now we're across 3 separate halls.
You'd have to tell me, I wasn't there.
Oh, no, you weren't,
I was possibly Wales at the time.
Yes, you were in the middle of nowhere.
I was in the middle of nowhere, yeah. So you got to experience that one. So I've no frame of reference, but this is quite impressive. I like where we put ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we can see everything.
Yes.
Which is quite impressive, really.
You can also hear Sonic over and over.
Just the Green Hill Zone.
Green Hill Zone.
Zone 1 of the Green Hill Zone.
Everyone is really bad at Sonic, and it is driving me insane.
There's 4 hours of somebody stuck on Green Hill Zone. We're going to have to go over there and sort that out.
Someone needs to get to Marvel Zone. It is driving me insane. Or at least get to the special stage. Just do something.
I do feel quite bad as well that I haven't cosplayed, because there is quite a lot of people in cosplay type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's quite an impressive Supergirl that I'm kind of like going, yeah, but that's not the costume she's going to wear now. So I'm quite liking the new Supergirl costume she's going to wear in the next season, which is kind of like a full suit one. Nice.
It was definitely a fun experience, like parking up and being told where the parking machine was by Spider-Man.
He's friendly. It's the neighbourhood.
Yeah, exactly.
He's fulfilling the role perfectly.
He's come to Birmingham. He can't swing between anything because we haven't got enough high buildings.
Yeah.
So he's kind of wandering around car parks.
Right. So as mentioned, we're across 3 halls. So we're in the main dealer hall. There is a separate hall where it's got all the small press and all the big comic creators. They're all being mixed together. So it's a really interesting way of doing it, rather than having like all the larger creators off into their own little zone.
Yeah, it's quite a good setup that to kind of so that if you're going to go and see the likes of a Steve Pugh or a Jamie Delano or whatever, next to them is going to be somebody who's starting to sell their books possibly for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's quite a nice little layout there. Yeah. It's got quite a good selection of creators. I mean, it's a good solid British representation in there.
Yeah.
Some really big names, people who have been involved in some really big books.
And you've got Al Ewing here, who's one of your favourite writers.
Yeah, well, he's
moment.
currently kind of reinvigorating the Incredible Hulk over for Marvel. He's
Immortal
doing
Hulk, you mean?
The Immortal Hulk, yeah. And that book seems to get better and better. Only the other day, Joe Bennett, the artist who's been working with him, put up some pencils only that he'd been doing for the latest issue. And it looks amazing. And I was thinking, this doesn't even need to get inked and coloured. This just looks fantastic on its own.
Yeah.
But yeah, Al's been doing some great stuff anyway.
He's just taken over Valkyrie Comics, the Valkyrie comic as well.
I think he's doing that as a kind of joint thing with Jason Aaron.
Yeah.
So I think Jason's kind of guiding what he's been doing with the Asgardian universe over the past few years, because he's been doing the Thor books quite recently, and then did the
Jane
War of
Foster
the Realms.
run, did he?
He did it was the Mighty Thor,
Yeah.
which was the version where Jane Foster was Thor while Thor was often unworthy, doing his kind of King Thor thing. So if you're coming to Thor from the Marvel books, then that Jason Aaron run,
especially
Thor
the
books
Phase
is really
4
good. Yeah, with the Love and Thunder
movie
book
with
coming up,
Jane Foster taking over.
But I think only this week the first issue of Jane Foster Valkyrie was published. So I haven't read that yet, but that looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And also here, John Wagner, creator of Judge Dredd, Strontium Dog. Can't really have another bigger British creator here.
No, he's been involved in so many of the big British books, the iconic characters. But he's got his new Rock
of
of the Red.
Gods, with the second volume's coming out.
I do need to pick that up because I keep meaning to and I keep forgetting to do it. But I think I will today go and pick up the previous trades because that was quite an interesting story there.
Yeah, and on the Smallest Press side, we have the amazing Corey Brotherson here, who's just released his latest anthology work.
Yeah, I was talking to him a little bit earlier, and he told me that the Dealier anthology actually sold out of at the San Diego Comic Con recently, so that was quite impressive. So it's good to see Corey here again. He's putting out some interesting books. He's working with some interesting collaborators and stuff. So, and just the way it's all packaged looks fantastic.
All right. So far, favourite cosplay, Keith?
At the moment, just because it is almost screen accurate, the Supergirl is pretty impressive.
Leigh, any cosplays you've seen so far that are your favourite?
I'm trying to think who's walked past this desk that I've been sitting at for most of the.
I did see
a Last of Us cosplay coming past in the machine.
I did see a rather impressive Newt Scamander, which was quite good.
Yes. Thor is here with the helicopter blade from the Thor copter as well.
Thanos. Easily
from
confused.
the Thanos copter.
Yeah. There's a quite an impressive Dalek.
Yes.
So yeah, that looks pretty good.
I mean, the Dalek's probably the best thing I've seen so far, just because it is so ridiculous. Yeah. Like it's just so accurate to what like it's even got the voice modulator and everything. Yeah. That's probably mine.
Yeah, so apart from the other distractions, there is the Retro Gaming Zone, which Leigh has listened to many times so far. Outside, there is a mobile escape live, one of those escape rooms.
Ooh, okay. It's like an escape caravan.
Yeah, it's a 50-minute one, but it's in the back of a big transit van, basically.
I don't fancy my chances today. I'm having an off day.
Yeah. There's the Gamer Van as well, which has got some more modern consoles.
Yeah.
Sonic Legends on that one. Yeah.
just go in there and it's just Green Hill Zone from every angle.
And of course there's a wide range of panels on, so whilst we're recording this, the diversity panels on. Keith, you just sat in on the Batman at 80 panel and fangirled a little bit.
Yeah, it was quite a bizarre situation being sat on a panel with three of Britain's kind of most prolific and well-known creators.
Yeah.
It was John Higgins, who's done a lot of work, but it's probably most famous for inking Watchmen.
Yeah.
Jamie Delano was on there, who is a very prolific writer, who had a big hand in the development of John Constantine's Hellblazer character.
Yep.
So he did a lot there. And then Steve Pugh, who's done a lot of stuff. He did a lot of 2000 AD stuff, and recently he was doing the Flintstones revival with Mark Russell, who's a writer that I've
one of your favourite writers, isn't
I mean he's brilliant, and Steve's work on that run of Flintstones books is beautiful. It's an absolutely brilliant collection. So it's 2 volumes if you want to go and look for it now.
Yeah.
The Flintstones Volume 1 and Volume 2, brilliant, absolutely brilliant run of comics.
And you're on one of the panel a little bit later on?
Yeah, I'm on another one, but I can't remember what it is. Don't tell Pete. But yeah, so I'm hoping.
I'm sure he won't listen back.
Yeah.
I think it's the Comics Are For Everyone panel.
Oh, is that? Well, there you go. That's all right. I'm fully on board with that.
So now that you've been on this panel with these comic legends, can we arrange it so that I'm on a panel with like one of the Stamper brothers and Mike Biffle and Rhianna Pratchett?
You got to meet Super Mario.
I did.
Stop complaining.
Yeah, that's it.
You got to meet Charles Martinet.
Yeah. And I've met Northern Baker as well. So,
yeah.
We met Nolan North and Troy Baker, didn't we?
Yeah.
So you got your picture taken with Charles Martinet as well.
Yeah.
So there was no photo opportunities for me just now.
Right, so we've got some fantastic stuff coming up a little bit later on. We're having a few interviews, probably cutting a little bit of the panels, but maybe have a what's the best thing we can find for a tenner challenge with a 3-minute time scale, I think. This time.
Not tap challenge.
How long?
3 minutes, I think.
Did you see how I went up then?
Yeah.
So, how long?
5 minutes is too easy.
Keith, on your way around, make sure that whatever you find, you don't drop it on the floor.
What I must get is something made from ceramic, and then I can drop it. No, so I'm gonna have to. I might have to go for a loo break.
Yeah.
Buy virtue of going round all the stands to give me a head start on a 3 minutes. 3 minutes? I can't even run 100 metres in 3 minutes.
It's going to be 3 minutes from this desk as well.
Oh,
none of this wandering off and then coming back.
All right, okay. I'm going to have to go... so I'm just wondering whether I can go into the creators area and see if I can get an original sketch of something.
You're going to get a sketch signed, are you, in 3 minutes?
Yeah, in 3 minutes. I'll go and tell them now. I'm coming back in a bit. Not that I'm saying that's what I'm doing. That seems like I'm giving away my tactics.
Yeah.
Okay. I've not worked this out properly.
All right, so we'll be back with you in a little bit.
I'm Dan Cornwell. I'm the artist on Rock of the Reds. I'm also artist for 2000 AD, mainly Judge Dredd and Max Normal, which is the latest series I've just done. Currently working on the second series of Rock of the Reds with John Wagner, and also in the middle of a new Judge Dredd strip for the prog.
So what do you think about conventions like this? How important is it for creators to meet the public?
I think it's vital. You know, that's why they're growing. There's more and more conventions year on year, which is good. I don't think it's, you can't saturate the market, because if the demand's there, then people will turn up to these things. And I enjoy meeting other creators and the fans. It's why you do it. You enjoy it. You enjoy producing artwork for these people. Yeah, I think they're great fun.
So, with rock, that's being published in a slightly different way to what you would normally see, kind of like individual issues on a shelf. It's how is rock doing? How is that finding an audience?
It's hard, I think. It's hard to do any comic nowadays because most sales are through the internet, aren't they? And your local shops don't store comics anymore. But it's selling well enough. It could sell more. But we've got the second series coming out on a Kickstarter in September, I believe we're starting it. So that will hopefully sell well. That's what we're hoping. But it's if we reach our Kickstarter goal, then it's selling well. If it doesn't, then we have to go down a different route, I would assume.
So if people are interested in finding more out about you and your work, where can they find you online?
Well, Rock of the Reds has got its own website anyway, so rockofthereds.com. I do have a website for my art, that's dancornwell@wordpress.com, and there's also on Facebook, Dan Cornwell on Facebook, and Twitter, Dan Cornwell Art. Whatever the website, I don't know how Twitter names work, I've forgotten, but yeah, Dan Cornwell Art on Twitter and Dan Cornwell on Facebook.
One thing we always do at conventions. What is it, gents?
The Tat Challenge.
It's the Tat Challenge. We're flipping it on the head this time. We're going to be the Not Tat Challenge. So you've got to find the greatest item you can purchase in 3 minutes for £10 English, which is probably going to be worth about $5 by the end of the Tat Challenge.
3 minutes? Is that how long it takes to boil an egg?
Yes.
That doesn't sound like an awful long time.
That's a long time.
It's not.
Right,
I'm chronologically challenged. I thought we'd established this in a previous episode.
Well, you've got the dropsies today.
You're going to hear a loud crash halfway across the convention centre.
Don't buy anything breakable, Keith.
Yeah, that was Keith.
All right, so Keith, take your phone. Set a 3 minute timer on your phone.
Okay. 3 minute timer.
Keith will be recording separate audio while this, so we can listen back and laugh later on.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 3 minutes, man. That's going to be it's going to be hard.
So we've got quite an expansive main dealer hall here. I think there's going to be a wide range of merchandise.
Yep.
Merchandise.
Yeah.
If Keith can get past the Dalek, though.
I will go the opposite way to the Dalek and the Disco Spartans, which is quite interesting.
And the Dark Jedi Boba Fett, by the look of it.
It's almost like that corner they're getting a cosplay competition going, so that's why it's getting quite crowded over there.
That the pre-judging for the
cosplay begins in 5 minutes.
Yes. I thought this would be perfect timing.
Right, okay. So I've got 3 minutes.
You've got 3 minutes. Starting from...
This is like Taskmaster.
Yes.
So I'm going to record what I'm doing as I go around.
Yes. And me and Leigh are going to watch you fall over at least once.
£10, 3 minutes. That's going to be so hard. Okay, so I'm going to
5,
go. Count me down.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, here we go.
3 minutes. This is going to be so hard. So I'm going to go first past
some comics.
He's going at a very leisurely pace, considering that he said 3 minutes is not much time.
For a second, I thought he was genuinely going to go through those comic boxes individually.
I'm going past Andy Doodle's store. He's got stuff. I've got Joe's here. I know his custom things. I've got to try and find some quality merchandise to buy for £10 Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm going to go round and see what we've got.
I wouldn't be surprised if Keith did something.
I mean,
like
it is Keith.
I found a Spider-Man issue 1 for £10.
Bear in mind, this was like Keith was like, let's wander around the comics room for 5 minutes, and then as soon as you walk in, he's just
hour
like
later,
directing me. He's like giving me the life history of every single artist in the room,
and leave me alone for an hour, listening to the Sonic Green Hill Zone music.
The one that's labelled up cheap art inside. Cunning marketing ploy. Cheap art inside. But I'm going to do a quick loop and then see what I get to. If I don't get run over by Daleks.
Hello, Gildies.
They got to Springyard.
Are they updated? Keith is currently being attacked by a Dalek, which is quite amusing considering he's really running out of time and he's got 2 stalls along. He's having his photo taken with the Dalek. In a time-based challenge, this does not make sense to me. Oh, he's escaped. He's got up to the Sonic computer.
Okay, so Daleks and Newt Scamander. I'm supposed to be looking for something to buy, so I'm just going to go now. I can't afford a Dalek. So they for £10 cash right now. No, he's not going to go for it. Okay, so a Dalek. I can't buy a Dalek for £10. That's a raffle. Could spend £10 on a raffle. We're going past the games, which is another really difficult thing. So now coming up to another part of the stalls. So we've got some gaming cards here, Pokemon cards. There's a rather nice Swamp Thing for £12, so that's a little bit out of my price range. So I've got to hurry up. So I could get a lovely Superman, which is kind of nice, or a smiling thing. So I've got to go around. This is much more difficult than I first expected. There's Ben 10 toys. A lot of these things here are far too expensive. So I've got to go around. Got to go around the cosplay.
Yeah, he's
about to start row number 2.
I'm pretty sure you can't buy any of those retro consoles.
Yes. He's probably trying to wangle a deal as we speak. Oh, he's up to the other merch stand. He's looking at Daubs, which are the other giant-headed vinyl figures.
Avoid knocking over other people's tripods. Avoid the disco Spartans. So I'm going to go through here. So I'm going to carry on. Thank you very much. Disco Spartans have gone through. What we've got some more toys. I'm kind of gravitating towards the toys. So this is kind of interesting. What have we got here? I think I may actually go for...
No, I can't see him at the moment. I've just got anime in my way right now. And Kirby. I mean, I'm not objecting to having Kirby.
No, Kirby's cute.
Adorable,
Kirby's cute. Yeah. I don't mind Kirby. He's by the Funko Pops. Well, he looks a bit lost. He's gone into the cosplay competition. Keith, that geeky Brimmy shirt, though lovingly handcrafted, does not qualify as cosplay. No. You can get geeky Brimmy merchandise from Redbubble, by the way. There's links on our website.
We have a Ko-fi as well, don't we?
Yes, if you go to ko-fi.com /geeky Brimmy, you can always drop us a couple of quid.
I got 57 seconds. This is really, really difficult. So, I think I'm going to have to go for...
I feel like we're the most rubbish sports commentators ever. I feel like we should have background stats on Keith here.
Keith first bought Tat in 1972.
Yes. And has been a professional tat buyer since then. Yes. If you want to see Keith's tat on display, you can check out his Comics Roundup on YouTube. He has shelves of tat.
Yes.
This is really hard, so I'm going to go for... this. Okay, I'm going to plump for the fall exclusive, so I'm going to go for that. I've got 31 seconds to buy it, so I'm going to pay for these. So I'm going to go for that. So I'm just about to purchase these. I'm going to take those, if that's okay. I'll give you that. Thank you very much.
You'd get to see my tat if I had anything resembling a decent camera and audio, so I could do the game stuff, but nah.
You hide behind your camera.
Yeah.
So, your YouTube videos, whilst we wait for Keith to return.
Yes.
Why do you do it in the format that you do it? Not in the usual Twitch streamer format of having yourself as a little...
It's just the way I've always done it, because I started doing Let's Plays and things like that years before it became cool.
Yeah.
And it really was, at that point, no one was doing camera stuff.
Yeah.
So it really was just commentary, and I don't really like having my own face on things as well, so that's also...
And there you go. I have out my tat challenge in 3 minutes. 2, 1. There we go. There's the timer. So I've finished. I've gone. I don't know whether I have to hide this before I get back to the desk, but I've certainly bought something, and I have change. So this is kind of like under there, and I've hidden that. So I actually purchased it and paid for it within the 3 minutes. It was fine.
Oh, he's back.
He's back.
So I'm back. My 3 minutes is up.
Hi, I'm Stu Perrins. I'm the writer and co-creator of Megatomic Battle Rabbit. The fourth and final issue is out soon, or may already be out, and you can find that on the Fair Spell Books online store.
Tell me a little bit more about the book itself.
The book is basically, there's not the old cliche of write what you know, and I was never a teenager in New York. I grew up in West Bromwich, and this is where it's set. It's also a fantastical sort of alien story. It's an all ages thing, and it's been compared to things like E.T. and Stranger Things and a series of unfortunate events. And I suppose it encapsulates all of those things into one thing, but it is also its own thing as well.
And how important are things like these Comic Cons to independent creators?
I think it's incredibly. I don't think you can you can't credit it enough, really, because it's getting your stuff out there. Because obviously, the little guys like me, we don't get national and international distribution, so stuff like this is perfect. We can get it into people's hands. It's absolutely, it's vital.
And where can people find you online?
Best bet is probably Twitter, which is just @StuPerrins. And and just get on there for bad jokes and free comics and more info.
That's a slightly more athletic start from Leigh than yours.
Yeah, well, he is quite considerably younger than I am.
We were half expecting you to look through the long boxes that are here to start looking.
3 minutes. I panicked. So yeah, I almost went to Joe Ward, who's here, who has got some lovely custom figures.
Yeah.
He enticed me a little bit with a folder that said cheap art inside.
Yeah.
But it looked rather complicated to get into, so I was going to use up my time.
Yeah.
I then tried to buy a Dalek for £10. He said he was not for sale.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of a blast.
Did he try to exterminate you at the same time?
I think he's quite a friendly Dalek.
Yeah.
He hasn't seemed to...
Is he like the
killed anybody?
He like season 1 Dalek, the one that Billy Piper finds chained up. It's a bit more reasonable.
I think
Dalek.
He's a Black Country Dalek. He's just a bit narked, but you know, just a bit grumpy. But that's kind of
feed
cool.
him some pork scratchings, he'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Yeah, he's got the kind of Black Country colouring.
Yeah.
I think Daleks are a kind of heavy metal type kind of character. So that's good.
Okay, let's see what we've got. Dalek in the way, so I will probably not go that way. There we go. Oh, Pokemon stuff. Let's go with some of that. Currently looking at a bunch of Pokemon cards, and all of the Pokemon plushes are quite expensive. They're out of the range. So there's an Eevee for 25. Don't think we'll be going for that one. We've got a lot of consoles, board games. These aren't things you could buy. I mean, they are things you can buy, but not right now. What have we got? We've got a Sonic for 14. That's too much.
Yeah.
But
I'd like to see a Black Sabbath Dalek.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine a Black Sabbath
Sharon, but with a Dalek voice?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I can see Leigh across the tables. He's having a look.
Eyesight of Leigh.
I can see him.
I can see Batman Secret Files.
He's going backwards and forwards. I found this rather difficult.
Yeah.
A couple of nice things that I quite like the look of.
Yeah.
Which I may buy with my own money.
Limit
that £10 limit's really hard.
Yeah.
But I may go back to a couple of places that I've got some things that I kind of fancy myself. But I think I panic bought in the end because my timer said 30 seconds.
Oh, it's always a risk.
So I panic bought. Although I panic bought something I had my eye on anyway.
Right.
So it's kind of pluses and minuses.
There's a few things, but a lot of good stuff. It's quite expensive. Oh no, I'm rapidly running out of time, and I'm not sure what I'm getting yet. I'm going to go around to another place. I like the look of that. Might come back to that if I can't find anything else. Mostly wrestling stuff, not in my wheelhouse. What we got over here? Yeah. Don't know what I'm going to get, and I'm rapidly running out of time.
But yeah, it's a challenge.
Have you been enjoying Not Another Comics On so far today?
It's good. I mean, there's a lot here, which is quite interesting. The comics. I think the best thing really is the
creator room is amazing.
The creator room, the fact that it is just such a mix of people. I do quite like how, whether it was intentional, they've put some artists and writers on opposite sides of the alleys.
Yeah.
I was saying to Dan Cornwell, who's the artist on Rock of the Reds, was it?
And Rock of the Gods.
And Rock of the Gods. Is this a competition so the writer can go, I sold more than you, hence the writer is more important than the artist?
Yeah.
The same with Ian Edgington and Disraeli.
It's one of the big debates, isn't it? In society, isn't it? Who's more important in a comics creation, the writer or the artist themselves?
Yeah, I would kind of side with the artists in most cases.
You're in the picture is 1,000 words category.
Yeah, I think it's more tricky to... good writing and bad art don't really work, but bad writing and good art can work.
Hiya, can I pick this up, please? Oh. I've got my item right before the time ran out. Thank you. All right, bye. Cool. And that is with 5 seconds to spare. And now I'm heading back.
Yeah. Release back, he bought something.
Leah's returned.
Did you beat your 3 minutes or did you do it in 3 minutes?
I had 5 seconds to spare.
Yeah, this is horrible.
Keeping it tight then. Right, time for seat swappage.
Okay, so we're going to work this up. I'm going to drop something else.
Hello, I'm Mike Garley. I'm the writer of The Kill Screen, Samurai Slasher, and 32 Kills. 32 Kills is a noir thriller revenge tale. It's a one-shot story with art by Andy Thift. It's all told in 16 panel pages, so it's got a really phonetic pace. Samurai Slasher is about a killer samurai slasher from the 80s, about a fake 80s film basically, about a slasher that goes on a killing spree. It's fairly tongue-in-cheek, quite stupid but quite fun. And The Kill Screen is what would happen to our world if computer errors and computer game errors infected mankind. How would people survive? And it's been described a bit like Black Mirror meets Walking Dead, but nowhere near as depressing. So these are all the comics I'm doing at the moment, and I've got a new one coming out soon called Our Final Halloween, which is with Michael Lee Graham, and that's 80s horror, Stephen King-esque fun horror romp. I obviously haven't sold it enough to actually know how to describe it, but I'm proud of it, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well.
And where can everybody find you?
I am under Mike Garley, MikeGarley.com. My Twitter is @MikeGarley. My Instagram is also @MikeGarley, and I'm on Patreon as Mike Garley. I'm trying to push my Patreon at the moment because I'm doing a new comic called Everybody Dies at the End, and that's going to be for my patrons basically first before it goes into the wider world. So I'd love it if people can check that out.
So I get a feeling we were ringers here, Lee, and Ryan has already clocked the best thing for £10 in this.
No, I've not purchased anything. I've purchased a lovely comic book from Mr. Corey Brotherson, because they've run out of stock very quickly, and he sold out at SDCC within a couple of days, I think.
Yeah, it's good to see him selling out, though.
And good to see he's back being a bit more local now, apparently.
Back in the mighty Birmingham, yeah, so it's good. So you've got 3 minutes. So here we go. Are you ready?
See, this is the thing. You're all seasoned veterans at this. I'm usually the one who sends you lot off, so I'm not very good at it myself.
We'll give you a count in. Are you set?
Just setting my 3 minutes now.
Yeah, and we made it more difficult for ourselves to carry a phone, a microphone, and trying to buy something at the same time. It's just not working. Yeah. So you've got a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go.
I have a bad knee before I start as well.
He's already coming out with the excuses, Keith.
But he's gone the opposite way to us. So I
think,
really
well, the Dalek
do.
is still kind of in the way.
Yeah, but I reckon he's definitely got his eye on something.
I'm starting in the opposite direction here. I'm gonna get quickly past the cosplayers. Ooh, Tom Holland's looks really good. And they were both investigating this stall earlier, so I thought I'd have a quick look.
Is he heading to the creators' room? No, he's not heading to the creators' room. He's gone to one of the stalls that I did take a fancy to.
I did say I did find this kind of difficult.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah.
Did you end up in the last 10 seconds just panic buying the first thing you could see?
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much.
That is a possible. I may return for that one. Right, a shop for mine. Funko. Could I get 2 Funkos for £1? There's a wide selection of Funkos. There's a nice black canary, actually. I may return this way shortly. Ooh, more Funkos. Many Funkos, some wrestlers. T-shirts. T-shirts are a possibility. So I could get 2 mugs, which are practical.
I've noticed, though, now I've sat down, whether it was a pricing thing, but I do quite fancy, just across from us here at the Not Another Comic-Con, is a stall that appears to have comics-themed aprons. Now, as a dad who often does the washing up at home, because we haven't got a dishwasher, I do like a good apron to protect me from the splash, because if you haven't worked it out already, I do tend to drop things a lot.
Yeah.
And also somehow when I wash stuff, jets of water come out of the washing bowl all over the place. Okay. I'm not quite sure how I do it.
So you're hydrophilic, are you?
Yeah, it's so bad. I do see quite a nice
attract
Superman apron, which is quite cool.
I mean, I did kind of notice the dice that are on sale.
Yeah.
And I was like, they don't have pricing out, and I don't have time to ask.
Practicality or purchasing. So, Magic the Gathering starter deck, that's another possibility. Some lovely wood art. I may return for a pin badge later on. What else have we got here? We have aprons. Oh, I've been blocked by a Dalek. This is £10 prints, very nice. More in the cosplay style. Peppermint pie. Many Pokemons. The raffle going on. Alright, I think I know what I'm going to purchase.
Ryan's coming back the other way. He's being stopped by a Dalek, so precious time is being wasted there.
He's
by Daleks. He's quite casual though, Ryan.
Yeah.
He's purposeful but steady.
My problem was I found a lot of really good stuff that I really wanted, and it was all over £10.
There were a few things that I've spotted that I probably will go back and buy. If my partner's listening to this, I didn't buy anything, and if a sudden toy appears on the shelves at home, it was already there before today.
Yeah.
We make that clear that whatever it is you think is new was already there. It's not a new edition. You just didn't notice it before.
I'm going to purchase this because I know my wife will like it as well, because she's a big fan of this actor. And spoilers, he's got a bit of a catchphrase. But I am going to remove the sellotape that has been thoughtfully left on top of it, and I will select this item for purchase. Oh yeah, can I grab this, please?
So I've lost sight of him now. He's disappeared. He's out there somewhere.
Yeah, I can't.
Dalek's still there, which is an impressive Dalek.
It is.
The voice modulator on it is fantastic.
It's also just very sassy as well, and that's my favourite part about that Dalek.
I think this is where we should go with the new season of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Is that the Daleks aren't actually out to destroy you; they're just out to like make you feel really bad about yourself.
We can't move back.
That's fine. Right, on the way back, 1 minute spare on the timer.
So Ryan is coming back with a large box. I think he's picked up something.
moonwalking
We've
his way back.
spotted this item. I've seen a thing. So it's.
I know you've probably both seen this item and probably looked at it.
Yeah.
And probably thought that's the biggest item possible for the price range.
We made some comments about that particular item, which is good.
Well, I bought it because my wife is a big fan of the actor.
Okay.
Even though he does say random phrases quite a lot. What's his random phrase?
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, bongos. That's it. Would be good. So, are we going to take a brief pause now while we and then reveal our purchases?
And I had 15 seconds left on my phone at the end of it.
Oh, there was no panic buying there then.
Hi, my name is Corey Brotherson. I am a writer, actually here in the wonderful city of Birmingham, and I am basically the creator and co-creator of a variety of different books across the genres of sci-fi, fantasy, spy thriller, and horror, and a little bit of steampunk as well. So here at the convention, I have the newest book that I've launched, which is called Dealier. So Dealier is an anthology of 4 different women, or 3 women and a female spider, across the genres of sci-fi and fantasy. And each one of these stories deals with an issue or theme, including the likes of mental health, disability, identity, self-worth. All stuff which is something which I've had to basically go through when I was actually creating the book itself. I've worked with a variety of very talented artists and other creators as well across this. I think there was a team of about 12 of us working on this book. It took a fair few years to get out, but we managed to get there, and we managed to get some amazing kind of quotes and press from the likes of Heather Antos, who was the Star Wars editor, Kieran Gillen, who is obviously known for stuff such as Die and The Wicked and Divine, and also Star Wars as well. And we got a foreword from Rhianna Pratchett, who's been incredibly generous to provide us so many lovely words and a nice little anecdote as well about her father in the book. So that's that. I'm also here promoting Magic and Myths. So Magic and Myths is more of a kind of urban fantasy kind of story. It's kind of, I describe it as Alice in Wonderland meets Buffy the Vampire Slayer meets Clash of the Titans, which may sound a little bit odd, but generally speaking, it is about a young lady who is trying to find her way in the world, a world that's constantly telling her that she's not worth anything. And she's given the opportunity to become a supernatural heroine, but she doesn't really know what this 15 minutes of fame, as it were, is going to cost her. And when she does find it out, it turns out to be a little bit too much from what she's asking. So this is co-created by my friend and artist collaborator Sergio Calvert, who lives in Barcelona. We have been running on this for a fair few years. Actually, the most recent thing that we've done on this is written by Sergio himself. I edited the book called Pipework, and that is kind of continuing the theme of the dangers of seeking your 15 minutes of fame and what happens when you try to get out from when you're in over your head. We also ended up launching a variety of battle cards as well, which all have the characters from Magic and Myths on them. So you see it all have different stats and different abilities, and you kind of just play the game essentially. So this is all just new ways to introduce people to the world of Magic and Myths, but also a different way to introduce them to the characters as well. So if you want to find myself or any of the work that I have here online, my name is Corey Brotherson, that's COREYBROTHERSON. I'm very easily found because my name is ridiculously unique. It's actually the only Corey Brotherson on the entire internet, apparently. And you can find Deadlier Dan and Magic and Myths on Facebook. both Magic and Myths /Facebook or Dealier /Facebook. And please come along, have a look at the work, and hopefully you enjoy it. Thank you.
Gents, we've returned from our Tat Challenge journeys.
Yes.
It is time to reveal our items. We'll be judging on value for money and cost, which is probably the same thing.
Probably, yeah.
Probably. And do we want another category in there? What other category do we have? Silence is the other category.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like... It's hard to sort of judge overall quality, I guess.
Right, we'll judge it on franchise popularity. Then.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So, Keith, as you went first, reveal your item.
Okay. So first of all, change.
Thank you.
Small change, so I didn't spend the entire amount.
I already gave my change to Ryan.
What change? I don't remember change.
So,
you're not getting another $5 out of me.
They spent 50% value then.
Bearing in mind, 3 minutes is not a long time. There's a lot here, and I panicked at
Yeah.
the last minute. I did panic in front of a store that had at least something I had my eye on earlier. So I've actually picked up, strangely enough, the fall convention exclusive 2018 Scott Pilgrim Katanagi Twins box set.
Played by?
Two twins for a fiver.
Yes.
Currently trending on the Funko Pop app.
Yes.
At $20.
Nice. So about £20 in about 5 minutes.
It's not vaulted yet, it's still available, but it's a convention special.
That's good price. Do you want to show the camera?
There we go. So it's a Funko.
Yeah.
But you know,
It's 2 Funkos.
Yeah.
two for the price of one.
Yeah.
Or less than the price of one.
I say that is good value.
Yeah, it's quite a good pose. They look hard.
Lee, what are we going to score him out of 5?
See, I quite like the look of them.
I mean, they're not the most popular of the Scott Pilgrim characters.
I don't think they have...
A vital part of the Scott Pilgrim universe.
I mean, the con exclusive sticker does bump it up slightly.
Exclusive,
I think
that was always good.
7 out of 10?
Yeah, 7 or 8.
7 out of 10. A solid 7 out of 10. Well
Cool.
done, Keith.
Yep.
Lee, time to reveal your item.
Okay, I got a Domokun blacklight vinyl figure, which is this.
Did you say black light final figure?
Black light? He
Yes.
glows under black light.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Like Peter Quill's bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah, so again, just like Keith, it was kind of like a panic buy at the last minute kind of thing. But I've always kind of found this sort of Domokun stuff.
Domo, TV Tokyo mascots.
Yeah. Always found him kind of cute. And...
Big thing in the early 2000s on the internet.
Yes,
Due to a certain picture involving kittens, which I'm not going to say what happened to it on the internet.
Yes. But yeah.
I did like the stop motion animation series. That you did as well.
Yeah.
I've only sort of seen bits of it around on the internet, but I like the look of it. I think it's...
I mean, I do have a giant flopped Domo as well,
Yeah.
so I am liking the Domo.
Yeah. And that was £5.
Good value,
And
again.
unlike Keith, I can't pull up the exact value.
But it has a special feature that it does glow in the dark.
Yeah, I glow under black light. It says on there. Yeah.
For those of you that have a black light handy.
Like it's 1986 all
and
over
it
again.
has a skateboarding domo on the back, which of course is what we all need in life. So, there you
I
go.
think that's good value.
Yeah.
Out of 10, Keith?
It's solid.
Yep.
It's cool.
Yep.
It's, it glows in the dark.
Yeah.
I'm not going to reveal whether I have a black light.
We know you have a black light, Keith.
Yeah, I think that's a solid 7.
Yep. Right. I went last. And I did slightly panic buy, but I know my wife likes this person. And it is probably the biggest thing I could find for £10. It was that or a 2 to 3 year old apron in Marvel. It is the Man in Black.
Johnny Cash, lovely.
Yes, the Man in Black PVC diorama.
Oh.
Not a toy. From the Dark Tower film by Diamond Gallery Toys, I think it is.
Nice.
Diamond Select Toys Gallery Edition.
It's double stickered, so it's obviously made a saving here. It was obviously more expensive at one point.
It was, to reveal the other price, £15. So it's an instant £5 on it.
£5 value on top.
Yeah. I mean,
which puts it comparable to the fact that me and Lee didn't spend the full £5.
Yeah.
So value-wise, it's all very similar.
Yep. Right, we have 0 to 3 sad onions in the bottom.
Yep.
And then right next to it,
so do we.
14 plus. This product is for adult collectors only, and
it is
not
Matthew
at
McConaughey, so it could end up being naked playing the bongos at any point.
And it is a Sony Pictures consumer products, which sounds like a RoboCop kind of thing. Sure.
I think, from the successful film franchise.
Well, the unsuccessful film. Also available, Idris Elba.
Do they connect together?
No, they don't, for the look of it, unfortunately.
And what's he holding in his hands?
A ball.
Okay.
I think the term is an orb. Right?
It's a ball.
I thought he was doing a kind of Shakespearean kind of like Yorick, I knew him well.
The last ball orb.
This 9-inch scale PVC diorama of the Man in Black is based on his appearance in the feature film The Dark Tower and features authentic details, precision sculpting, and paint with the likeness of actor Matthew McConaughey. You may hear the slightly quiet tones of Mr. Ollie McNamee in the background there.
Yeah.
Wearing a rather fetching Spider-Man jacket.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what do we think, gentlemen? I mean, I got £5 off. I appreciate the franchise was not as successful as hoped.
I mean, how many...
we have Oscar-winning Matthew McConaughey.
I mean, from here, it does look a little bit more like Tom Hiddleston than Matthew McConaughey.
I was thinking more Michael Madsen with a bit of a underchin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he glow in the dark?
He doesn't glow in the dark. He is holding an orb.
Does the orb glow in the dark?
I've not asked him about that. If it is, he might want to check it with his doctor.
It becomes a 7 out of 10 if the orb glows in the dark, but I'm going to go with
a see-through orb. I mean, he's wearing what I can imagine Keith would think would look cool now.
Hey, I mean, well,
It's basically the John Wick style, but without Keanu Reeves'
it's a
head.
slightly longer jacket, though, which
Yeah.
is quite nice. It's not the most dynamic of poses.
It's not the most dynamic of faces by the look of it.
Yeah.
I think you can tell it is Matthew McConaughey from the back of the box.
From the back of the box. Yeah, that's the pre-production picture that they
yes.
made before they actually sculpted and did the plot.
I like how there's windows on the side so you can see through to Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
If you really want to see his arm.
If you want to see all angles of Matthew McConaughey, this is how you do it. There's even a window on the top of the box.
So you can see his head.
Right.
I mean, it's impressive size-wise.
Thank you. Good job, guys, not here, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a good sturdy 9 inches.
It's got a base. It's all about the base.
Sturdy base. I feel bad to only scoring 6. I think it's not quite cool enough.
I think it's more just kind of the fact that it is from the Dark Tower film, which didn't really do very well, and yeah.
I got it more for the Oscar-winning Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, but no one's exactly screaming out for "I want a Matthew McConaughey doll."
All right, okay. Lee, this or the Max Payne's free figurine that is in every charity shop ever around the world.
I mean, I don't really like Max Payne, so
I think they produced like 6 billion of those.
Yeah.
This collector's edition of Max Payne.
Yeah.
I'm really overestimated.
They sold 1 million special editions, and then no one wanted the figure anymore.
All right, I'll admit defeat. So it's between you two now.
I think you could repaint him to look like his character out something like Sahara.
Yeah.
Or something. I think there's a lot of mileage in there in repainting him into other Matthew McConaughey characters.
Yes.
So there's mileage in that.
Yeah.
So I think that's a secondary.
What other great Matthew McConaughey characters have there been? We could interstellar him up, put him in a spacesuit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any other films that I've seen Matthew McConaughey in.
Dazed and Confused. Lengthen his hair out a bit, 70s shirted.
I think he's one of those actors where I've heard of him and not seen him in anything somehow.
Yeah, I know he's in things.
Yeah.
But there's not many.
Do you not remember the wonders of Ed TV?
No.
I'm aware of Ed TV. I didn't see it.
See, Ed TV started reality TV off.
I always saw EdTV as just like the less interesting Truman Show.
Yeah.
Because they came out around the same time. So.
All right.
Oh yeah, that was the thing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Truman Show was the better version.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, as you two are going to pick your own items, it looks like it's me to decide then, isn't it?
I think that's a tricky decision.
Mm-hmm. But it's a very close run, I think. They're both very quality items, but I'm going to give it to Domo because he has a special feature, which he is glowing under the black light.
Which we need to
investigate.
Yeah.
Keith, you'll have to dig your black light out of the cupboard.
I don't mind going
Second.
Defeat. You know, obviously the twins have got the pose ready to be second.
Yeah.
Having been second in previous base battles.
Yeah.
So I think that's well placed.
Cool. Thank you for joining us for this Not Tat Challenge. Thanks for joining us this week. You can find us all at Geeky Brummie on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Yowchobes, and at geekybrummy.com. But for now, bye everybody.